Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. The side here is the website schifferbooks.com. Yep, schifferbooks.com. If you want to find more about this creator or other people they work with, go ahead and search that out. Supportive Oracle Cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. The website for them is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A is an apple, U is an umbrella. If I can get it close enough so you can read it at the bottom. Hopefully my hand is steady enough. Alright. If you decide you want to look that up, you look that. The Stacey DeMarco one, I'm very confident that's the one I like. I searched it out, and then I went down this rabbit hole for a few hours looking at all these beautiful decks. So, if you're a card enthusiast, that might be for you. That might be for, or you might be like, well, maybe I shouldn't. All right. What does it take to get along with certain people? That's the question. Okay. Wow, we got like a lot of the tarot cards are upside down, which that isn't good nor bad. It depends what we got coming into it. I'm feeling drained starting right off of this. You got nourishment with the King of Cups reversed, which I'm kind of shocked that came out reversed for you. I think because you're just feeling worn out. Kind of like, I don't have the energy for this anymore. Things are going well. Nourishment is like you're keeping things together. Things are going well, but it's just kind of like, it just feels like such a job. It just feels like it's very exhausting. And you're taking care of things, you're doing what you need to do, but you're just like not enjoying it. You're not enjoying it is what I'm getting. But you're doing well. I just feel like the joy is not there. I'm not happy. I just feel like I just keep constantly going in circles. I'm always picking things up. I'm always like smoothing things over. And I just feel like it's a never-ending story. I just feel very worn out, very just kind of like, oh, I've had enough. And there's this repetitious problem. Somebody always wants more. They're always kind of in it for themselves. This is somebody you constantly have to deal with. That's how you view them anyway. And this card's upside down too. It's the Queen of Pentacles, isn't it? Yeah. Coins, pentacles, earth, it's all the same. They're just never ending. They just constantly do these things. Constantly want for what's for them. They constantly feel like they don't have enough. They constantly look at what's there for them. And they keep kind of going this direction. They keep doing this. They keep doing this. They keep doing this. I want more. I need more. I don't get enough. They're very unhappy. And you constantly have to deal with this. This card is also reversed. Which it's weird. Water and earth, like, they're compatible energies. I know that, Libra's air. But still, the energies tell me this kind of like, you're worn out. And they just seem to never change. I'm getting this just they never change. So you're like, all right, I need something to go differently here because it's just wearing you out. You're just feeling like I don't want to do that. It seems to be making you a little nauseous. Like I just feel so sick with it. So you're like, all right, what else do I have here? I need to find a way to kind of fix this situation, and I want to let it go. I want to let it go. I need to change. And I feel like that's how you're feeling. Like, I need to change. I need this person doesn't get better, so I need something to change here where I don't have to deal with them at least for a while. And at least need a break from them. And you got this Ace of Wands, kind of like, you have an idea, and you're like, I think I know what I'm going to do to get this person off my back for a while. And I'm going to resist dealing with them. And I'm going to be at peace, because I'm just going to try to push them off somewhere else. I'm going to make them somebody else's problem. I kind of feel like that's what I want to do. I want to make that somebody else's problem for a while. Now, there's another upside down card. There's a lot of... The environment has most of the upside down cards, I'm noticing. You have a couple of right side up ones. But it's the Knight of Wands. Failure to launch is my first thought. whoever you're getting to take over this situation for you, or you're trying to move it over there, they're not putting anywhere near the care you put into it. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I'll take it. But then they don't, like, this person who needs all this attention, I feel like they're just ignoring them. They're just flat out ignoring them. They've got gratitude with focus and patience. They got other things they got to worry about. They're not going to put in that type of effort with this person. They're like, I got other things to do, other things to worry about. This person's going to either have to get on board or they're going to have to go somewhere else. That's how they're handling this. They're just kind of like, I'm not going to babysit this person. I'm not going to do it. They're just really not coddling them. And I feel like to them, that's how they feel. Like they're not going to hold this person's hand about this. They're going to have to get on board and get up to speed, or they're going to have to get going. One of the two. We have 3 face-down cards. How is this actually playing out? Are we going to have... They're all upside down. Come on, man. I mean, I guess that's not bad. The reality is setting in. The 7 of Wands... No. 7 of Cups reversed. That's reality setting in. There's not a lot of possibilities. This person's going to have to do what they need to do, or they're going to have to go somewhere else. I'm just getting there's no two ways about it. Things aren't really going very far, though. The 3 of Wands reversed. Things aren't really going very far. They're not going anywhere. But I feel like you're also stepping out of it. You're just letting it be. I feel you letting it be with the Page of Swords reversed. You're not even paying attention to it. You're just kind of like, you know what, that person, I've tried, and I've tried. And it never goes anywhere. And it's just draining. I just can't do it anymore. So you kind of know it's not going anywhere. There's no more BSing it, whatever that means. You're just kind of stepping away from it, kind of like, no, I stepped out of it and I'm going to stay out of it. And I think that's a good idea. Because I feel like you're saying, I've tried and it never does any good. So I'm just not going to deal with it. There's nothing I can do for it anyway. What's going to happen here is a good question. In the environment, the Chariot is... There's so many upside down tarot cards. I'm just kind of like... I'm kind of flabbergasted, but I feel like they're saying maybe this isn't the ideal ending you want, but in the long run, maybe this is the healthier way for this to go. The Chariot reversed is... I feel like this energy, whatever this was... I feel like there's going to be an emotional distance between you and this person. I just don't feel you dealing with it. I just don't see it working anymore. I just feel like I can't do it anyway. It didn't work. And I feel like they've got protection. Like, I feel like they're just kind of like doing what they have to do. They're just accepting their situation the way they need to accept their situation. I don't see their energy coming towards you. The Chariot reversed can be a very selfish energy. It can be. I just feel like this energy is staying away from you, and it's not going near you. It doesn't seem to think you were very helpful to begin with. But I feel like on the opposite side of the coin, you would be like, well, you didn't work with me. If they worked with you, it could have been better, but they wouldn't work with you. So there's kind of a jaded feel coming from them. Like, they just didn't think you were helpful anyway. But again, in your defense, it was kind of like, well, they weren't working with you. Like, they can't just have everything they want. Like, it's kind of like a kid going into, like, a toy store and expecting to have everything they want. And you're like, well, I don't have that type of money, and that's not going to happen anyway. And then they just kind of, like, throw a fit, and they get nothing. Because they wouldn't work with you and, like, talk about possibilities, things you would allow them to have, things you wouldn't, they threw a fit, and they got nothing. And now they're just kind of like, well, you weren't going to give me anything anyway. And it's kind of like, you didn't give me a chance to. You wouldn't work with me. You wouldn't go into the store. You kept having a fit. You expected the whole store. That's how this feels. Now, I feel like you're done. I do feel like you're done with this person. Ooh, that's balance. You got balance on your side with the High Priestess. And I feel like, okay, the High Priestess reversed. I actually think this is really good. Because I think you're looking at this like, you know what, I can't balance everything. I can only balance the things that people work with me on. If people keep stacking it against me and stacking it against me, I can't balance things if people keep stacking it against me. People have to work with me for things to balance out, and this is not my fault. And I feel like you're just accepting it. Like, this is not your fault. They didn't want to work with you. There's nothing you could do. There's just literally nothing you can do with it. There's a good card coming here. I'm waiting to see what comes in. I'm getting like, you're moving on from this. It does bother you. I mean, you have a heart. I mean, not for nothing. You do care. But, you're moving on from it. It does bother you. It does seem to like kind of like sit on the back of your brain. Every now and then I feel you kind of go over it, kind of like what could I have done differently. Every now and then I do see you kind of reviewing that, like what could I have done differently? How could I have done this? How could I have done that? Could I have won them over? They were just very hard to deal with. I feel the positive of this is the fact that you do try and you do make a lot of different attempts to do things different ways. I wouldn't let it hold you down. You're going into a new situation. I feel like you're letting this last one go on, and you got the 3 of Cups coming for you in the future. Like, there's a better situation coming in. I feel like you're going to go into, when this one leaves, it opens the doors to something better. Definitely something better comes in. I feel like there's a couple people coming into your life, and they're more cooperative. They get the balance. Like, you know, if you want things to work out, you got to give a little. You can't just take. You can't just demand. You can't just keep demanding and demanding and demanding. If you really want things to balance, you got to give and take and give and take until things work out. You got to give and take. And you have that energy coming in later. So when this energy is leaving, I do feel like you do, it is a little bit upsetting for you. I do get that. But when all is said and done, if this person wasn't willing to work with you, you can't make miracles. Like, you couldn't make anything happen with that. Like, in this situation, you can't force somebody to do what they're supposed to do or to work with a situation, and they weren't working with it. And I think that's the best part of this, actually, is that I think that's the lesson. Like, you need to go towards people who work with you and not waste your time on people who just constantly fight you and constantly fight you and constantly fight you. Something much better is coming in. Much better energy, much better. Something that more like makes sense. And I feel like that's the whole point of this again. Not to waste your time. Like, try with people who are difficult, try to a point, but once you realize it's just a cycle and they're just going to keep going in circles and keep going in circles, once you recognize this, that's not getting any better, time to go. Time to leave. Good? Good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.